Hello and thank you for stopping by. I'm Ryan Smith from the Lone Star Conference here on the LSC Virtual Basketball Media Day, joined by head women's basketball coach Michael Madrid of the Texas A&M-Kingsville Javelinas. Coach, you've been busy working on the recruiting trail. What specific aspects do you look for in student athletes when you're recruiting?
You know, the biggest thing is we wanted to get, young women that come from winning programs, first of all. And so as we went out and started searching for players, we were looking for players that already kind of had that knack for understanding how to win games, if you will. And, along those lines, just finding players that kind of fit the culture that we were trying to build in terms of, not being afraid to work hard, not being afraid to take hard coaching, not being afraid to stand up for things they believe in, but, just more importantly, just willing to sacrifice more than themselves for the better good of the team. And so we're excited about the players we brought in and just looking forward to seeing their growth.
Okay, and you do have, I believe it's 10 freshmen on the roster. Does having that many freshmen on the team affect your coaching philosophy or style at all?
Well, we actually have 9 freshmen, but honestly it doesn't. I mean, we're coaching them like they've been here for 4 years, and we're coaching them hard, and we're trying to get them up to speed as fast as we can with the understanding that we're a little inexperienced. But we're not going to slow things down. We're going to coach them hard, and we're going to expect them to catch up, and we're just going to attack it day to day.
And obviously you don't want to look too far into the future, but down the line in 3 or 4 years, do you see this team really fighting to become a contender in the conference?
That's our hope. That was our plan when we went out recruiting them and we put this team together, and we could have went out and brought in transfers and things like that, but our whole goal when we got here is we were going to kind of build this thing from the ground up the way we wanted to do it, and that meant bringing in some freshmen this year, and we'll hopefully sign a couple of freshmen going forward to next year. And so our whole focus right now is this team and getting better and going 1-0, and when we get to that point in a few years, then we'll just see what happens.
And outside of the freshmen, you do have one senior, Anastasia Mickens. Do you see her being prepared to step into a bigger role as the only senior on the team?
I do. I'll tell you what, I have been extremely impressed with Annie up to this point. She's been to a few schools, and this is the first time in her collegiate career that she's had the same coach 2 years in a row. And you can definitely see the growth from last year to this year, just in terms of her ability to understand what we're doing in practice, to understand our terminology, just how hard she's playing and how far she's come along. So continue to see her growth and how good she's going to get, and I think she's going to have a special season.
Coach, you mentioned the 9 freshmen earlier. What is your pitch that's getting so many young women to buy into the system and to decide to come to Texas A&M?
That's a great question. We've had a lot of people ask that. It's interesting, when I was looking at this job, a lot of people told me you can't get freshmen to Kingsville, and I completely disagree with that. But our biggest thing, honestly, is we've just built a strong rapport with the student athletes through the recruiting process, through their families, just valuing relationships and talking about who we are as a staff, who we are as a family, the culture that we're trying to build within our locker room. And we've been lucky that a lot of them have bought into our philosophy and what we're trying to do, and so they've been amazing, and they're getting better every single day. We had a great practice this morning, and just continuing to look forward to get them in practice more.
All right, and the team has been picked to finish 14th in the Lone Star Conference. With such a young roster, what's it going to take for you to break this team into the postseason?
The biggest thing is we're just looking forward to getting better in practice. Obviously preseason polls are what preseason polls are. They're for fans and they're for media and those type of things, and it's just a number. And nobody knows anything about our team right now. They don't know whether we can put the ball in the basket. They don't know whether we can defend. But I'll tell you what, we've got some really good players, and I think we're going to be exciting to watch. I think we're going to make a lot of baskets, and we're going to get some stops. And we'll play it day to day, game to game. Whoever shows up next on the schedule, we'll play. We'll put our best foot forward and see what happens.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Best of luck this season.
Appreciate you.